government museums, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Army. And they trade me surplus airplanes out of the boneyard out of Tucson.
Ah.
This is one of the 10 Hueys that we've owned. And,
So what year was that? This has been with you some time because I remember seeing
this
like
was-
a camping photo
this
or
was-
picnic photo.
right here. Yeah. Yeah. This helicopter was built in
Here we go.
1967. And we
Nice picnic,
load
huh?
up our barbecue pit, our ice chest, our lounge chairs, and our friends go out to the Brazos River and land there and go picnicking.
Not the most beautiful, by the way.
100 gallons an hour. So you got to have friends that will buy the fuel. They'll buy the fuel, I take them flying. If they don't buy the fuel, I say, wave. Wave, 100 gallons an hour. $4 a gallon, $400 an hour.
Well, is it cheaper than get a license for me?
Yeah, I was just about to say, did you check your wallet this morning?
Oh well, if I found it.
There must be
You know, if it's split, it's only 50-50.
Huh?
It's only 50 gallons per hour per each head.
I know
If you-
my wallet, there's not much there, but, maybe we can work something out. How many of these estimates are flying?
I mean, dudes?
Yeah.
Oh,
There
there's,
must be quite a few.
there's probably 150, 200 of them in the United States flying.
And some of them still planes.
Oh, yeah. This was an experimental exhibition. There's no more blades. So this will wind up going to a museum or somewhere, overseas.
So you could get your blade plane?
They don't make them anymore.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't make the blades. Stretch version of the Huey, the H model, this is a short cabin.
Okay.
They make a stretch version. They still make blades for it.
And nobody's making them off the market like, come on, anybody.
No, not for this.
so then you
They're
may not
making
wanna.
an aftermarket blade for the stretch Huey. They're not. Bell's the only one that can make this. Nobody's got them.
Okay. So I was a bit surprised. I saw the Huey Cobra a little while back. And it had blades that didn't want to come up. I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a total motor system. Cayman makes a blade that bolts right on this. But it's not for this airframe. It's for the Cobra.
So they can
It won't fly with this airframe.
I don't fly at all.
They won't fly at all with this airframe. They tried them. The Army tried them early on, and they said they did good. But there are 3 series of serial numbers for this command blade. And the later model serial number series, you can find set, may fly with this thing, but the FAA is not going to let them.
So it's different.
They're fiberglass.
Oh, structure.
Yeah, they're different blades. They're fiberglass. These are metal blades.
Okay.
These are aluminum blades.
So how many hours are left on the blade? So
About 127 hours. They're $140,000 a set, and they're only good for 1,100 hours. Morning, Northwest Street.
Not too many hours in this place. You heard about it.
I heard.
Oh, there's always been landing fees, but there's no fees. Just, yeah, if you buy a fuel from the Airbnb on the west side of the field, there's no landing fee. On the west side of self-serve, it's just an honor system. Nobody can it's just. Well, we appreciate it. We don't get any federal funding, so we appreciate all the support. I appreciate it. If you need to park overnight, just park north of there. You can be there in the grass. Okay. Okay. You bet. Have a good flight. Thanks for calling.
So you must pick special days when you are flying this one.
I don't fly. I haven't flown since '96. Bell Helicopter came out with a bunch of what they call AD notes. And airworthiness directives, you have to make a lot of upgrades and improvements. To put this in the air, you'd have to spend about $200 grand. Put it back in the air. And so they wanted all the Hueys grounded, and they did. They got them grounded because the new ones are about 8.7 million. And I could restore one of these things and sell it to a customer for a whole lot less than that.
Yeah. So make
Not
it a
even
little bit
10
more
cents on the
difficult.
dollar.
They
It was competing with their new ones. they wanted all these surplus ones grounded. So they're basically trying to convert everything to 212s, you know. And so we just grounded it. We haven't flown it. I could put it in the air myself. I've got another engine that's AD compliant over here. I could put it in the air, maybe doing the work myself for about 100 a quarter, but I've only got 127 hours left on the blades.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm putting $125,000 out and 127 hours left, and I'm grounded. So I'm right back to square one. So I said, wait a minute, why am I doing that?
That'd be about around that.
Yeah, just they don't add up. But, anyway.
Even the quotes that you got.
Right, they're getting pricey. Yeah, they're getting pricey. And anything with Bell in front of it, very expensive. Very expensive. Those little rod-in bearings that go up there on the cyclic, those little bearings right there on the end of that rod.
Yep.
There's one there, there's one back there, there's one on the other. There's three.
The steel ones, yeah.
When they first built those things, they were good for 3,300 hours, and they only cost $600 a piece. Today, they're 3,300 bucks a piece, and they're only good for 600 hours.
Holy macro.
They don't want these things flying. Oh, well, you got three of them in there, so it's $18,000 with sales tax, or $22,000 for those three bearings. Oh, excuse me, 3,300 times three. They are $10,000 for three bearings, and it's 600 hours later you spend another $10,000. I'm telling you, helicopters, that engine, to go compliant on the engine, you're going to spend for the little engine, you're going to spend about $100,000. For the big engine, you're going to spend about $200,000. Bring it into 80. But 127 hours later, you're out of business. You ain't got no more blades. So why throw all the money at all these other components if you're going to be grounded at 127 hours?
So by a little engine, you mean?
Yeah, that's a low horsepower. There's two versions, 1,100 shaft horsepower and 1,400 shaft horsepower.
Right.
This one's got the 1,100 shaft horsepower in it that's in the airframe now, but it's already ran out. It's right at PBO. That one's real low time. That one's zero time over there. Or, excuse me, about 1,100 hours. It's got about 1,000 hours left on the big horsepower engine over in that black bin. So, make a long story short, it all goes back to you ain't got no blades no matter what you're doing. You're just spinning your wheels.
Right, just couldn't get any place.
You ain't good in it. Can't
But
get any blades.
isn't that why there are no aftermarket? It sounds like a piece of opportunity for me to start to make those carbon fiber blades over there as a replacement if there's a potential customer.
Exactly cheapest on paper.
No, carbon fiber blades are the most expensive. They're even more expensive. Now they'll go 10,000 hours. Carbon fiber blades.
That's what I think. They go like a forever almost.
They go
No-
forever. You won't wear them out. Yeah.
So per hour is supposed to be okay if you just get the reasonable priced bearings. I think there has to have a. Is there only one vendor doing those bearings, or
The
why
thing
is the
is,
reason?
You got to buy them from Bell. The Bell signs antitrust
they-
agreements with all their vendors.
But come on, patent has to be expired like 20 years ago.
But
Huh?
you have to be FAA.
The contract doesn't. If I enter a contract with you that you will not sell them to the general public, it's called an antitrust agreement. We're agreeing that when this helicopter goes into the surplus category and comes back from the military, you can only sell me parts. You cannot sell them to anybody else. But in the meantime, I'm gonna buy all my parts from you. And you can go out and
That's the
build new-
catch.
You can go out. That's catch 22. They grab each other by the huevos, and nobody's gonna go. But you know, they cut those bearings for probably $300 a piece,
Yeah.
maybe. And then they sell them for $3,300 a piece to Bell.
So how many these are flying? Do you know any
There's
of these?
about 500 fly in the United States.
But it's getting rare, I think.
Yeah, they're
But-
getting rare. This will wind up being a museum piece.
So someday, if you wait, those blades will be priceless. No.
Now, what's going to happen is they're going to park all these things. And nobody's going to be working them anymore. When they run out of blades, somebody will come along and offer me. There'll only be 4 or 5 of them flying, and they'll say, if I don't buy them, who's going to buy them? So you'll wind up selling them to him for nothing after this goes into the museum. You'll sell the blades for 5-10 grand. You know?
And obviously the museum would pay you for it.
Yeah, no, they won't pay you anything.
So what will happen if they do next Vietnam movie or something like that? They need a heli chopper over there, so they rebuild some other chopper, look like Huey or what?
You're gonna need lots of editing from the old movies.
Oh, editing loads of
Yeah.
movies. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you paint it, take a 212, paint it green.
That's what they'll do. They'll just paint it 212 in military color,
Most people wouldn't know the
and
difference.
they don't know the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's special effects, right?
It's all, yeah, special effects.
Probably cheaper.
Yeah.